Navajo, stardate 48906.1. Captain David Perone reporting. The Navajo is set to rendezvous with the Tiananmen, where Commander Barral has been reassigned to take command of USS Osprey in the Gemulon system. In her place, I've been assigned a new XO, a Commander Van Dyer. His record seems serviceable enough, but we'll see. The Navajo itself has been assigned a new. I already read that already. The Navajo is currently on patrol during patrol duty near Cardassian space in the Rolar sector, with the fleet spread thin. Breen pirates are taking advantage of the situation, attacking several colonies within the Rolar sector, as if we needed that complication. What with the Phantom still running around the sector and an Orion run D7 that I still need to find. At any rate, it's routine patrol for us. End log.
All right. I'm going to start you off on the bridge of the Navajo. And I'm going to send a person who's currently working the science station at the moment.
That's me. We got to calibrate these sensors. They're a little sluggish.
Well, they're not helm controls, Lieutenant.
Captain, long-range sensors are picking up the Tiananmen, sir.
Excellent. When should we expect her?
Running the numbers. Estimate around an hour, sir.
Very good. Maintain course and speed. I take it Commander Van Dyer is aboard as well.
Volgo wouldn't know that, but you assume yes, because Baral is transferring the TMN to head to her new posting.
So Commander Solak, I thought you did quite well with Commander Baral's going away pie. Good choice on your part there. I think she enjoyed it quite much.
Thank you, Captain. It was a interesting attempt to try and create an apple cranberry pie. I have not used cranberries before.
I don't think I've ever seen cranberries and apples in the same pie before, but it came out quite well.
It was really good. It was very good.
Thank you. Commander Baral wanted something that was unique to Earth for some reason. I decided to oblige her with that. I thought that she would want something more consistent with her Bajoran culture, but she insisted on something human. Most curious.
Perhaps the crew of her new ship is mostly humans, and so she wanted to acclimate herself.
Most unfortunate for her.
That she wanted to acclimate herself to human food, Commander?
No, that the ship that she is going to is mostly human.
I was just making a supposition there, but do you think it suffers for the lack of diversity?
Yes, I think it does. I believe that when there is more diversity, there is more opportunity for knowledge and growth. Where everything is the same, there is less opportunity.
I agree with him, sir.
I don't disagree with him. Well, not really, but it's fun to disagree with Commander Solak.
I fail to understand why you find it enjoyable to disagree with me on subjects that you already know that I'm correct about.
Because I always learn something. I'm convinced the day you stop learning new things is the day you die. Or move into the retirement home, which would be about the same thing.
I would agree with you that the day that you stop learning things and your brain functions no longer work would be the day that you technically would cease to exist. But I still do not understand why argument with me on a particular subject is enjoyable to you unless you enjoy arguing. Is this a trait of humanity that I'm not aware of?
Well, certainly among my humans from my part of the world, the answer would definitely have to be yes. But I wouldn't call it debate. Call it arguing. I'd call it debate.
If you aren't arguing, you aren't living.
I believe that is a very detailed and old phrase from the Tellarites.
It's nothing we Tellarites like more than a good argument.
True.
You could have fooled me.
I always maintain that if the Tellarites, when they first encountered humans, if they had landed in Sicily, they'd have felt right at home.
I find debate stimulating, but arguments rather tiring and unnecessary.
Well, that's because you're convinced you're always right, Solak.
I am not convinced I am always right, Captain. I calculate and study and research every fact, every problem that I'm ever encountered with. It's not a question of hoping that I am right. I endeavor to be right in every single instance. That is my function.
But endeavoring to be right and always being right are two different things.
And I would agree with you that in some instances I have been incorrect. And self-evaluation and further study are required in those instances. Nothing is perfect. Neither am I.
True.
And neither are the impulse engines, it would seem. I would prefer, Captain, at some point that we do some sort of internal diagnostic on them so that I could I could increase the power utilization on them. I think that we are using too much power when we initiate the impulse engines.
Really? Now, would most engineers in the fleet agree with you, or is this just you being particular?
I would think any capable engineer would agree with me. I believe my engineering crew will agree with me as well when I present it to them.
Okay. Well, why don't you assign your crew to do a diagnostic and see if they find the problem?
They already have provided the diagnostic, sir, and that is why I am presenting this problem. The power fluctuation is not critical in any way. I just feel that we can make it more efficient.
This is a player on who answers con, or who has controlled the comms.
That's actually me. She'll switch it
Okay.
on. We've got an incoming call.
Well, don't leave them on hold, Lieutenant Knox. Put them on screen.
On screen.
USS Navajo, this is Captain Amari of the TNI Mint. Our sensors and gate will be rendezvousing within roughly around 15 minutes.
Excellent. We're anxiously awaiting our new executive officer.
And we look forward to receiving Commander
Burrell.
Burrell.
Did you finally get all that all those scuffs on your hull plating taken care of from running into those Orions?
We did. Think it was quite the battle, but we held our own. It's unfortunate that one of them got away.
They have a nasty habit of doing that. But eventually I'm going to lay hands on their leader. And that will take care of that. Well, Captain Cure doesn't beat me to it.
I'm sure she has her hands full right now. Granted, the Breen are being increased their activity, or at least the Breen pirates. The Breen Confederacy has offered no official explanation at this time. So we can only assume they're mercenaries.
Have they at least denied knowledge of their event of their activities,
They have.
or are they just refusing to talk to us as usual?
They've said not our problem. Sort of. Well, for the Breen, that is.
Maybe we should find a way to convince the Maquis that the real problem in this sector is the Breen.
I don't think
No?
our Cardassian allies, well, Cardassian friends at the moment, will be too happy with that statement. But if I happen to see any Maquis, I'll let them know.
Hey, if they're shooting at each other, they're not shooting at us.
Fair point. Well, Captain,
Well,
go ahead.
I think I was about to say the same thing they were. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
See you then. Tianmin out.
All right. Close the channel, if you will, Lieutenant Knox.
Okay. Channel closed.
Probably will stand up and look around his bridge for a moment like he's pondering. And he'll look towards the science station. Lieutenant Vogel,
Sir?
I'm going to walk Commander Burrell down to the transporter room and see her off. You have the con.
Aye, sir? And Vogel will just kind of look at the chair for a little bit. And when she
So,
sits, she will look very uncomfortable in the chair.
Solak will turn around to her and say, "Is there something wrong with the chair, Lieutenant?"
Sorry, coughing fit. No, sir. The chair's just fine. It's just a little bigger than it looks.
Salak just sort of cocks his eyebrow at that and is like, all right, fine. That's the attitude that he takes right there. And he turns back around and accesses the science station.
I was expecting a comment from Solok about the chair being the a standard size for all Federation starships.
That would probably have been a better answer there.
Well, in the back of my head, I thought, man, that'd be a great practical joke to pull on a new captain or XO is
The chair's too
replicate a
big.
whole bunch of chairs, just on the beta shift, replace the chair with a slightly bigger chair every couple of nights.
Or make the chairs too small. Like,
Exactly.
It makes me wonder if the engineering team didn't do that to Captain Archer for the first few weeks just to mess with him.
He did have problems with the chair, that's for sure.
Yep.
the transporter chief says to the captain here, the Tiananmen has given us their transporter signal, sir.
Very good. Well, Captain Baral, congratulations on your first command.
I'll do Baral. Thank you, sir. Taking a little bit of getting used to with the whole captain thing.
It's been a while, but I remember that feeling the same way. You've been well trained and you're a good officer. You'll do just fine, Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
Just try not to get it blown up in the first week on the job.
I'll do my best not to make certain of that, sir. Thank you. It's been an honor working with you, sir, and I'll miss this ship, even though I wasn't here for very long. It was very welcoming.
It was a pleasure having you, but your new command awaits. Or at least the taxi to take you to your new command awaits.
Thank you, sir. Out of character, what was the Bajoran? What do they call the creatures in the wormhole?
The prophets.
The
prophets. Thank you, the prophets. She says, "May the prophets guide you, sir."
May the wind ever be in your sails, Captain.
And you want me to do a transporter roll?
Chief Cox, energize when ready.
No, because it's a mundane role here.
Sure.
Captain was looking at the commander expectantly.
I guess I'll go first. Captain Perona, a pleasure to meet you. Vilcus will extend a hand as he's attempting to carry what is effectively a large, very mismanaged pile of books under both arms, and a bag in the other containing his personal belongings. And he'll kind of, awkwardly extend a hand for a handshake as he's trying to hold on to everything at the same time.
Yep. Ron will shake his hand, say, Permission to come aboard granted, Commander. Welcome to the Navajo.
Thank you, Captain. Do you have? I'm sure meeting everyone will be nice, but I should probably find someone to put my things down.
I'll just leave them there on the transporter pad. Well,
if you say so. And he'll drop the bag off, but hold on to a couple of his books. And he'll say,
Cox, the transporter chief speaks up and says, "I'll make certain that your stuff is delivered to your quarters, sir."
"Thank you." Is he Lieutenant Ensign?
I'm Chief Cox, sir.
Thank you, Chief Cox.
And don't worry, I've heard every joke that you could possibly think of that name, sir.
What joke would that be?
And he smirks and says, "Maybe another time, sir."
Very well. I'll follow your lead, Captain.
well, XO, let's head on up onto the bridge. I'll give you the nickel tour along the way.
That would be appreciated, sir. And he'll follow him out, having a better handle on his precious books now.
You sure you don't want me to have someone drop those off in your quarters?
I'm rather sure. They're originals. I'd like to keep a hold of them, personally.
As you wish. And Rome will show him the long way to the bridge, through engineering, biomedical. No, give him the nickel tour.
And Vilcus will give a customary ooh and ah as they're doing the tour. Politely surprised by everything,
Well, XO, tell me about your previous posting.
A bit of it all over the place. Mostly stationed at star bases for the most part. That's where I had most of my experience. I recently got assigned the posting here. It's quite a step up, and I'm hoping to gain a lot of experience while I'm here. Make captain sooner than later, hopefully.
Well, I would suggest any young officer to take time to learn all they can from their captains while they're in XO. That the responsibility in the big chair gets heavy fairly quickly.
Of course, sir. You'll give me just 1 second. 1 minute. Apologies about that.
Archambault walks up to the two of you and she says to you, Captain, she's like, "Captain, welcome down to engineering. Let me guess, Solok sent you down here because we're taking too long in addressing the impulse engine fluctualities, right?"
That is absolutely it.
That's what we figured. Oh, hi.
It is
Oh,
most
go ahead.
definitely not it, Ensign.
Oh, sorry then, sir.
You've been working with Commander Solok far too long if sarcasm goes past you.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I'm on duty here, sarcasm just doesn't happen down here. Every time there's sarcasm, it just goes right over his head. So we've just stopped it. In fact, the sarcasm divide is basically that elevator door right there. After that, when you walk in here, it's all straight business.
You could set a little jar on the commander's desk, call it the sarcasm jar. Every time he doesn't get sarcasm, he has to put a slip of latinum in it.
Yeah, we tried that. It just didn't go over well. he just removed the jar. Like every day, we would put the jar back, and he would just remove it every day.
Well,
I don't think that we've met. I'm really sorry. I'm Ensign Archambault, and you are?
Commander Van Dyre, I'm the new XO for the ship. Pleasure to meet you.
Another XO and an Andorian too. Nice. Welcome. I'm one of the people down here in engineering. There's myself, and there's I think he's a chief. Is he a chief? Yeah, he's a specialist. So there's myself, and there's a specialist Froten over there. We're just holding down the fort, making sure everything is working correctly.
Voka's a good polite wave to the specialist. Seems you're running rather smoothly down here for just a handful of folks.
Well, yeah, we have to. I mean, right now we're in between shifts, and eventually Solok will come down here. And when Solok comes down here, he just expects everything to be running perfectly.
I see he does expect high things of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody expects high things from everybody here. The captain expects high things from us, so we try really hard.
Good to know.
Well, nice to. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You will find the engineering crew aboard the Navajo to, well, they work like a well-tuned Swiss clock.
Thank you, sir.
I'll assume that's an Earth expression.
Yes, a Swiss clock is a timekeeping device that is very intricate and has lots of moving parts and has to be maintained in order for it to function properly.
I see. High praise indeed, then.
Well, if there's nothing else, sir, I'm going to get back to my duties. It's very nice to meet you, Commander. Welcome aboard.
The pleasure is mine.
Excellent. It's probably one of the cleanest engine rooms on any ship I've served under.
Cleanliness is difficult quality to come by when it's for most engine rooms. It's a high bar you've set yourself here, I see.
Well, I allow the division head, the division head, to set the tone in their areas. The precision and cleanliness and the strive for perfection is largely the work of Commander Solok.
I see. And Solok, Vulcan, are they?
How'd you guess?
And how, says Archambault.
I see. I'm sure we'll have an excellent working relationship with no issues whatsoever.
He is an excellent officer and does a good job training and maintaining his crew.
I can see that.
All right, let me show you medical.
After you.
Well, hopefully, Commander, you won't have to spend too much time in this area.
Well, I did work on some. I did work on some minors in medical while at the academy.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Next time I need a checkup. Dr. Whitman?
David, what can I do for you?
I'd like you to meet our new XO. This is Commander Van Dyne.
Van Dyne, sir.
Oh, another Andorian executive officer. This is nice. Please don't tell me you're not like the other one who brought an infectious disease on board here before we even got started.
I make no promises on the future of potential infectious diseases, but I will say I will do my best to keep it to a minimum.
Well, that's all I can ask for. Well, welcome. I'm assuming that the captain is now giving you what he likes to call his nickel tour. It's more like a 2-cent tour, but it's good enough.
That is correct. You spoke of a previous Andorian officer. What?
Oh, he was our
Oh,
executive
sorry.
officer. He was wonderful. He was fine. He got transferred. He's a captain somewhere now, right? Is that what he is? What happened to him?
Got promoted to captain.
See, that's what happens. All of your executive officers keep getting promoted to captain. Why don't you just actually keep one for a period of time? That would probably be a good idea. Would not this revolving door of executive officers has to be exhausting for you.
Only if I ever got a bad one, Doc. At
Maybe if
this
you just
point,
had like go ahead, sorry.
at this late stage in my career, that's pretty much the role Starfleet has for me, is training the next generation of captains.
You keep saying late stage, like you're something like 100 years old commanding a ship, David. You're still young enough to command. It's not like you're, on the edge of retirement unless you want to retire.
I hit mandatory retirement age in another decade.
Another decade. Right.
Well, retiring so soon, doing as many nickel tours as you do, I'm sure you've saved up quite a bit of money for your retirement.
Well, if
Is
I
it-
want to accelerate the process, I might have to inflate the price.
Mm, I see. I carry no money, unfortunately, but I can't offer my services.
All right, so you're going to be a good boy and you're going to come here when I tell you to when it comes to physicals and all those types of things. Don't make me come hunting around for you on this ship like some other officers I know.
Doctor, that won't be necessary at all. I have a fair bit of experience in medical, so I'm sure more often than enough I may even be down here assisting you when necessary.
Don't push your luck. The last thing I need is another doctor down here in sick bay. Your job is going to be on the bridge or wherever else it needs to be. Let the doctors do the doctoring and the medical things.
Mhm.
But that said, it would be nice to have some understanding of what it is that we do down here from your branch. So
Ah.
Did I mention my CMO's a little pushy?
Not pushy. Careful. I understand it.
forceful. I try to get things done the best way that I think they need to be done, despite the best efforts of my commanding officer, who I have known for some time now.
Oh, speaking of physicals, you got that file from my physician back home, right?
I did. I'm doing the best that I can with that right now. I will reply to your physician the next time we reach his starbase. How's that?
Excellent. Just tell him everything's in order, and I don't need another physical for another 5-10 years.
I don't know about that, David, but there is one thing that I am going to take a little bit of an issue with him. His recommendation on the amount of wine that you can drink per day is not necessarily consistent with my best standards and practices.
That's why I go see my doctor back home.
Yes.
Wine's
Go
good for
shopping.
me.
Wine. Go ahead, sorry.
It's part of my culture. It's necessary for my mental health.
Depends upon what kind of wine and where it's made and how much of it you drink on a daily basis. Stint the hull while it does the job is not necessarily the best when it comes to wine.
Well, that much we agree on.
Yes.
And look, I cut back on the amount of blood wine I drink. The last time I drank too much, I got married and then learned about it for 8 years.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just going to say, just don't drink it anymore. Okay? Just don't drink it anymore. I'm really getting tired of having to deal with you and any other human on this ship who drinks blood wine. The only people who should be drinking blood wine are Klingons. Okay?
And people married to Klingons. See you, Doc.
Thank you, Captain. Commander, nice to meet you. Hopefully I won't have to see you too much down here.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor, please.
All right. Well, so I'd show you the brig, but it looks like any other brig. Let's go to the bridge.
As you get ready to leave, you see the replicator, and sudden a whole bunch of marbles just fall onto the floor as the nurse, Price, looks at and goes kind of stunned. All I wanted was a
A walking
coffee.
hazard.
And she immediately taps her comm badge and starts talking to engineering.
Engineering, Archambault here.
Lieutenant, I just tried to use the replicator and get a coffee, and a coffee mug full of marbles and a bunch of more marbles appeared and are now scattered all over the floor here in sickbay. Could you please come over here and take a look at the replicator?
Sure, I'll take a look at it instantly. By the way, I haven't been promoted yet. I'm an ensign, but thank you for saying that I'm a lieutenant. That's nice.
Sorry.
It's probably the power fluctuation again. I'll come up there and check it out myself. Archambault out.
Thank you, Ensign. As she now goes and meticulously starts picking up all the marbles that are on the floor.
Whitman pokes her head out of her office like, you didn't rat her out, did you? You're not going to tell Solok about that, right?
What?
Just, there's a problem with the replicator. When she comes up here and fix it, just don't mention it to Solok. Just let her come up and fix it, okay?
I was just... Yes, ma'am.
All right, just let him fix it. We know that we've had issues with this replicator here for a few weeks. I'm not upset about it. She can fix it, right? She turns to Perone, who I guess is still in the room here, and she says, I don't think it's a big deal that the replicator breaks every now and again, so long as all the medical equipment in here works correctly. Okay?
Doctor, it would appear your medical staff are losing their marbles.
Ha! We have an XO with a sense of humor. This is going to go over very, very well.
Thank you.
I like him already.
A few months.
Yes, more dad jokes from the bridge.
Well, I understand we're going to start teaching dad jokes to the Orions.
I believe it's a course at the academy now.
Psychological warfare, David?
No, wait. It was the Cardassians who were going to teach dad jokes to.
You'll have us at war with him in a week.
Diplomacy.
Okay, where to next?
I think we'll go to the bridge. The brig is a silly place.
Take him to the brig.
I'm going to give some of the bridge staff a little time to do a little RP before the captain and commander step on.
What's the status of the Tiananmen?
I was literally out of character. I was just about ready to ask that question.
They've...
Yeah,
you did the transport, and then they've head off towards the Gemilon system.
The Tiananmen is heading towards the Gemilon system, Lieutenant.
Excellent. I'll note that in the ship's logs. Equinox is away for a bit.
Scanning.
No, I'm back. I am back.
All scans show only one contact in the immediate area, Lieutenant, and that is the Tiananmen as it is leaving.
Thank you.
Let's get our course set to resume our patrol once the captain gives the all clear.
Solok says, Captain on the bridge.
Sir, the Tiananmen reported all clear and have engaged warp toward Gemulon.
Excellent. Resume our normal patrol route. Keep those sensors peeled for Maquis Raiders, Cloak D7s, Breen Pirates. You've chosen an exciting time to join the ship, Commander Van Dyer.
All times are exciting when it comes to Starfleet, as I've come to know.
Really, you haven't had any assignments scanning gaseous anomalies then?
No. Solitary stations for the most part. Or not solitary. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Isolated?
Stationary. Vilcus will give a polite wave around the bridge. Greetings to you all. I am your new XO Commander Van Dyer. I am sure there will be time for interpersonal pleasantries at a later time, but I would like to make you aware that it is a pleasure to be here, and I hope to meet each and every one of you in depth at a later appointment.
Well, introductions around are due. Rather, the engineering station is the infamous Commander Solak you've heard so much about.
That I have.
Most of it is good. At Tactical, my Chief Tactical Officer, Lieutenant Knox,
Hi, nice to meet you.
who recently demonstrated that, yes, phasers can be used as mining drills.
An interesting prospect.
Now, it's a great effect. An entire away team would have suffocated and died if it hadn't been for that move. It's most excellent.
Hi, thank you, sir.
At the helm, we have Ensign Gural, the most agreeable Tellarite you'll ever meet. And then Prono just paused for the comeback.
Oh, I'm not witty today.
That is a rare quality among Tellarites.
Agreeable. I should take offense to that.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't, Ensign. You're almost as fun to argue with as Commander Solak. I mean, engage in polite conversation with. And-
You could save that polite conversation for the Vulcans, sir. I like a little fire in my conversation.
Excellent. Remind me the next time I need a long-range scout to send you in Commander Solak on it. Together.
Maybe I could use that time to bust up some of that Vulcan exterior.
Well, if gambling was legal in Starfleet, we'd certainly have a betting pool going for that. And our science station, currently standing in our chief science officer right now, is on extended personal leave. That's Lieutenant Commander Rye, but manning the science station, heading the science division temporarily, is Lieutenant Junior Grade Vogel, who is normally our chief helmsman, best helm officer in the quadrant.
More
welcome.
exceptionally high praise.
Welcome aboard, sir.
The pleasure is mine, Lieutenant.
But I would say, with the exception of our CMO, you've got pretty much the entire command staff in here. Well, and chief of security there, who was down the brig somewhere, retuning phasers.
Ah, yes, the brig. I recall that part of our nickel tour.
Well, like I said, I think it would be more entertaining to replace the force fields with old-fashioned bars, but Admiral Gibson said I couldn't.
A shame.
And Commander Solak then lectured me for at least 15 minutes on how that would be an inefficient way to secure prisoners. It was very enlightening.
But think of how much less power we'd be using.
Right? That's what I thought. So, Commander Vandar, I just have one very important question. Now, I will have some other questions for you later. But for now, most important thing I want to know is, do you fish?
No, I'm not very familiar with the sport. As I'm sure you're aware, where I'm from, there's not much opportunity for it.
All right, you're fired.
I see. Unfortunate. Well, it was a pleasure getting to know everyone.
You took that much better than Commander Burrell did. She didn't know what to say.
It's simply part of my philosophy to try and take everything in stride.
Well, hopefully not everything.
No, not everything.
Well, why don't I give you tell you what, I'll man the con here if you'd like to take a few minutes to speak to each of your division heads in private. Feel free to use my ready room.
I think there will be a time when I have prepared some questions that I would like to interview the department heads, but for now, with all the travel, there's not terribly many things coming to mind, and I wouldn't want to waste anyone's time.
Very well, then I guess we can have our introductory talk then.
Of course, happily to.
Let's see. Lieutenant Vogel had her turn in the big chair. Lieutenant Knox, we'll be in my ready room. You have the con. Try not to blow anything up.
Right, aye, sir. Don't blow anything up.
Or if you do, fix it before we get back.
At least Solak's here to advise me on that.
And Prome will lead the XO to his ready room.
And the XO will follow. Whoa.
Apparently, I
This
have a
is-
squeaky chair. Solog needs to get on that. Either that or he did it on purpose to make him feel the Perone feel like he's at home.
Yeah, that, and he's making all the chairs smaller or bigger than they need to be just for fun. He's a practical joker, that wacky Vulcan.
I made the captain's chair 10 microns smaller.
No, it's better than the time the XO started making his uniform smaller.
Could see a lot of problems coming out of that. Not to mention the personnel complaints.
Made me think I was gaining weight. So, Commander, your file, and you've alluded to it, that most of your assignments have been aboard stations.
That is correct.
Have you served as a division head on a starship before?
I have served on starships in divisions, but most of my most of the recent sections of my career leading other divisions has been while aboard starbases, for the most part.
So tell me a little bit about why you chose command track.
It's mostly, well, there are several reasons. As I'm sure you're aware, there are for any decision that's ever made. Um, Much of my family has a history in the uh, echelons of Starfleet. We can trace our family history to having been in Starfleet since fairly close to the founding. Um, and, originally joining, I joined to follow in my father's footsteps. Uh, I wasn't quite sure where I was going to go at first, no no cadet to the academy ever does, and uh, until my father had an accident during the border war. Um, that was when I got my life on track and figured out that command was a good place for me. I feel I can speak well to people.
Good. Well, let me tell you a little about my command style as a captain. Like I told the CMO, I usually get XOs on my ship when they are getting close to being ready for the big chair. Why I go through a lot of XOs. My captaining style is to let you and the division heads do their jobs. I don't micromanage. I don't expect my XO to be a micromanager. You've got good people working under you. Let them do their jobs.
Of course, sir.
I find that if
I,
you take care of the people that work for you, they'll make you look good. And this crew will make you look good, Commander.
I look forward to seeing the crew in action. Uh,
Right now in this sector, our primary worries are dealing with a criminal organization that well, the one person in the organization we are most concerned about is an Orion woman that captains an old D7 with a cloaking device that, well, how much do you remember from the academy about Captain Kirk and Captain Sulu's encounter at Kittimer?
History was never my strong suit.
Well, they encountered a Klingon bird of prey, uh, captained by General Chang of the Klingon Defense Force. It had one fairly unique trait. It could fire while cloaked. It appears that this D7 has the same trait. I'm not sure how they managed that. Really should get Solot to try to figure it out.
That does sound like quite the quandary, and I suspect we're here on orders from Starfleet to detain said individual and perhaps confiscate their vessel as well. Ideally in one piece, I imagine.
I'm less concerned. I imagine Starfleet is very interested in that D7. I'm more interested in capturing her. She and the rest of her Orion compatriots and some others are lately responsible for a series of kidnappings of individuals they're using for scientific experimentation. We're not quite sure what they're doing, but they're using people to develop a new drug.
Hmm. Have there been any survivors or escapees we could seek information from?
We've been working on. We rescued about 500 recently, and the other ships in the sector are also keeping an eye out. Of course, the
I
other
see.
concern here recently are the Breen. There have been a series of mercenary or pirate attacks by the Breen. The Breen Confederacy, of course, is denying any involvement in what these pirates are doing. I have no reasons to doubt the Breen any more than I doubt the Cardassians when they say that they have no involvement in piracy being committed by Cardassian citizens, which I suppose is
Fairly
fair because
typical.
we expect them to believe us when we say that we have nothing to do with the Maquis.
Hmm. Well, what leads do we have available to us?
Not many. The
I
last set
see.
of leads we had led us to an abandoned Cardassian science station that, it's no longer operational. That's where we rescued the 500 kidnapped individuals. But I got a choice. I could rescue those 500 or I could capture the Orion pirate. So I let the pirate go.
Sounds like
Lives,
a wise decision, if you ask me.
lives take priority.
Of course.
I'm not entirely sure Command agreed with me, but at least on paper they did. But that's my philosophy in a nutshell. Don't micromanage. Let your people look good. Get them what they need. Division heads is standard on a starship. Division heads will come to you with their needs. Anything you can't provide or need additional permissions for, you come see me.
I'll make sure to do so. And I'll
You
take
got
your
any,
philosophy to heart.
I appreciate it. You got any questions for me, Commander?
Uh, I'm sure they'll come in time. But for now, I'm mostly interested in getting to work and filling
Excellent.
out my niche, if you will.
Well, then I'll let you get to that, Commander. Oh, one thing. There's an interesting note in your record. A lot of details. An interesting note in your record about difference of opinion you had with a superior at some point.
Yes. That was back, I want to say, 2 star bases ago. Led to the transfer to the last star base. In fact, there was not so much a difference of opinion, so much as a disregard of regulation on my commanding officer's part. And she did not take it too kindly when I brought it up to them in front of the crew. And it led to that nice letter in my file that you see.
Okay. Well, it sounds like I probably don't have anything to worry about. I'm mostly by the book. And if I step outside the book, take it up with me in private before you take it up with me in front of the crew.
Of course, I've learned my lesson after all.
Provided, of course, I'm not about to make now. If I'm about to make a mistake that's going to cost people lives, do what you got to do.
Of course. I'll take that as permission.
You should. All right, Commander. Well, welcome aboard the Navajo.
I think I'll enjoy things very well here. Thank you for the posting and the welcome, Captain.
And since you want to get right to work rather than getting settled, I've got plenty of paperwork to do. Why don't you go ahead and relieve Lieutenant Knox at the con?
It would be my pleasure, sir. And
Very good. The ship is yours, Commander.
he will stand from the chair, stand at attention, and exit. Lieutenant
Knox.
Thank you. I will be taking the con. The captain has some work he needs to do.
Not a problem. I stand relieved, sir.
Thank you. I have the con. Any updates as to our status?
It's all quiet. Since the Tiananmen left, nothing around that I can pick up.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Out of character, are we traveling anywhere right now to like our next destination, or are we sort of stationary right now?
You're on
We're
patrol.
on patrol.
We're on patrol. Okay, got it.
Yep.
So you're moving, but you're moving in a pattern.
We're patrolling. Yeah.
Right.
Are we patrolling? We're patrolling near the Badlands, right?
No. Guess I could throw you on the star map.
You're just going to do this to show off your cool star map. We
I
get it.
am.
I definitely want to see.
Ooh, look at me. I have a star map.
He's got a. They've
Oh,
got this insane
really
star map.
cool.
It's really, really cool. They did a great job.
Damn, when did Foundry get so fancy? What the hell?
Yeah.
This was all Kier. Like
Yeah.
a lot of this Kier made.
Damn.
Got to show it off. It's really good. Well, we're kind of near the Badlands. We're not like, we're kind of near it.
Oh, while you're here, you could throw the Akatsuki in the Gemulon system.
The
Thank you.
DeSoto.
Oh, and then you get to see all the NPC ships lying around.
The DeSoto. There's the Lafayette. Okay, yeah, you're up there. Okay, so this is where the other ship is. Up there.
And where are we on here?
We're right here. I'm pinging it for you.
Ah,
There we are.
okay, I
There we
see
are.
it.
And quickly, everyone ping.
And you could go to the measurement tool and see how far things are.
That broke.
Oh no!
And
Oh,
Oh no,
update.
it's giving me the distance in light years.
Yes, but the actual stars have height to them. So the measuring tool I was using is not updated for Foundry version 13. So you could measure from one token to another and it would give you the exact distance for their, especially with their height. I could go to another measurement tool, but I don't feel like paying for it. So
Fair enough.
and right now I'd debate on if I want to encode code my own. So
I think if you code your own, then you can sell it.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
I need money anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna throw you guys back on the bridge here. I'm assuming at this point Alpha Shift is going to be coming to a close here soon. So whatever you guys wish to do.
We're between stars right now, right?
Yeah, you're
We're
in
not like
open
in this
space.
afternoon. Okay. At warp, I take it.
Yeah, at a casual warp speed, you're just kind of engaging that patrol route, keeping an eye on sensors to see if there's any hostile contacts that move in within your long sensor range, so you can immediately go to and intercept them. So
Uh, Vilcus will be going through the computer at the command chair, just like reading through past logs to bring himself more up to date with the ship and what's going on and stuff that's happened recently.
yeah, anybody have anything they wish to do? Captain, is there in the subspace call?
Yeah, the captain is going to make his upteenth attempt to track down Lady Morana.
All right. Swear I'm more organized than this. Eventually, at some point on your little tablet, you see your subspace call goes through, and you see Lady Morana. Ah, husband. Sorry, I have been busy. I hope you are well.
Well, I haven't been shot at recently, but there's always today. You've been out of touch for a while. And how's the boy?
Lorak is doing fine. He's continuing his training with the Daha Master, and he's keeping up with his studies. In fact, he just beat one of our, well, youngest warriors. He'll be quite the warrior someday.
That Prone will just kind of smile at that. Any chance you'll be in the Rolar sector anytime soon?
I am currently headed back to Kronos. My father has urgent business that he needs help with.
Well, nothing too serious, I hope.
I assure you, it's nothing that I can't handle. So tell me, husband,
Well,
how have you been faring?
mostly well. I got into a got into a little bit of trouble with command over some decisions I made, but I came out unscathed. Oh, and I ran into an old boyfriend of yours.
You have to forgive me, husband. I am unsure what you mean. There is no one else.
Oh, I have no doubt of that. I ran into Tikal of House Karath, though.
Ah, I see.
He seems to be holding a grudge.
I'm sure he is, but not as much of a grudge that I have for him.
Did he dishonor you? Do I need to kill him? I mean, Starfleet kind of frowns on that sort of thing, but
I assure you, what was between us was settled. Both sides made compensations for what had transpired.
yeah, he tried to use that situation to besmirch my name with some trade negotiations I was in a few weeks ago.
I'm sorry my past affected your diplomacy.
No, he failed.
Well,
Or he failed worse than I did anyway.
if you must know, Katal killed my elder brother during when our two families were close. As a result, of course, this happened right around the same time that I met you. And when I found out I was with child, I had my father immediately nullify the betrothal, stating that House Karath has no business with us anymore, especially after how they treated our family.
Well, he struck me as about as unklingon as a Klingon I've met.
He believes very much strongly in the old traditions, though they are returning since the return of Kalis.
Well, for someone who believes in the old ways, I find that odd since he didn't even challenge me.
He would have struck dishonor upon his house if he challenged you for something that was already handled.
I would explain that. I had to wonder though if he might have been responsible for your inability to get in contact with me. I still haven't
No.
been able to trace that down.
Oh, we'll work on that. I believe it comes from within my own house as it is. There are many who serve the house of Morvek who do not like our such union. Perhaps maybe we should make it more official. That might settle certain quandaries.
Are you suggesting a good old fashioned Klingon wedding ceremony?
She gives you a smile. Yes.
I can do that. I'll practice tolerating pain sticks. Should we hold it on Kronos then?
There are certain other locations. I know your duties tie you to deep within the Alpha Quadrant. Though
Yeah, with
House
some of those.
Karath does owe me a few favors still, despite our long-standing issues. Perhaps the new Klingon colony there in the Roulette sector, we could accommodate such a ceremony. It would be quite the spectacle for Katal to see us at our own wedding.
Oh, I knew there was a reason I liked you. I got to ask you one thing, though. And the wedding's on either way, but had a Starfleet investigator in my ship not that long ago. Showed me an image of you with a member of the Maquis. I got to ask.
I'm sorry. Do you happen to know this individual's name? I deal with many traders. It's how we keep the house coffers flowing.
Perone would remember, the player does not.
Ethan Black.
Oh, yeah. We forgot. We had a long discussion about what a great villain name that was. Man's name is Ethan Black. Known leader of a Maquis cell.
I'm not familiar with the name, but recently in that sector of space, about a month ago in Earth time, I dealt with a human who needed several fusion cells along with building materials for his colony. I assure you no weapons were being sold. Though we do sell them at times, strictly for self defense.
I understand. I had to ask. Ethan Blackfellow is quite a character. And he's not on my list to go after these days. You run across a former Starfleet officer named Tolan, though. While you're making deliveries, let me know, would you?
Has he caused dishonor to your name?
Most definitely.
And consider it
And
done.
worse, I had to work with him. And he defected to the Maquis off of my ship before it was my ship. So he's dishonored Starfleet and the name of my ship. And me. Cost me quite a bit with the Valerians. I owe him.
I understand. Sounds like a devious man.
Not devious enough to get away from me permanently. I'll eventually lay hands on him. Speaking of people I need to lay hands on, when are you going to be back in the sector?
Well, the next time may be for our wedding.
Well, that seems like an appropriate time. Oh, one other thing before we start that planning. You remember a story? You ever hear old stories about an old Klingon general named Chang? Uh, Died above Kittimer.
Yes, I know the story.
You don't happen to know how he got that bird of prey to firewall cloak, do you?
I do know that it was a experimental technology being used. Captain Kirk quickly found an exploit of it, from my understanding, and General Chain died in battle.
Well, if you're going to go, losing to Kirk and Sulu is definitely not dishonorable.
He was a great warrior for your people.
Don't give me that by your people thing. The Klingons revered him too, even as much as they hated him.
As I stated, he was a great warrior.
Yeah. Would you or the KDF be interested in knowing there's an Orion running around this sector with a D7 that can do the same trick?
I would pass it along to certain individual parties, a bit of information. Though, if memory holds, the Duras family had one in their possession and sold it. At least a D7. I'm not sure about the cloaking device itself.
Speaking of unklingons and dishonorable Klingons, the Duras family certainly meets that description. Now, while you're passing along, tell them that D7 is probably old enough to come from Kirk's time. No, on to happier discussions. And then Perone will launch into a discussion about planning their official ceremony.
Okie dokie. Do you want to move on to someone else? Have anything they wish to do?
Yeah, you said Alpha shift's about over, so
Yep.
I'll see if Vogel wants to go down to, or if any of the other bridge crew want to go down to 10 forward for a bit.
Vogel will, but she's bringing a stack of pads with her.
That's fine. On the way down, she'll tell you, I've got to do some hollow training anyway after. But, hey, we can hang there for a bit.
Been kind of swamped with all the extra duties assigned to me, since I'm basically in 2 departments currently.
Well, I'd volunteer to help, but my engineering skills are better than than my science skills.
Oh, it's fine. I love this work.
All right, good. Yeah, so we'll head on down to 10 forward. We'll see if the new first officer wants to come down.
I should make sure the shift transfer goes through smoothly.
As you would, sir.
I appreciate the invite. Perhaps another time.
Solak, you want to join us?
No, thank you. I have duties to perform.
Just got home, give me 5 minutes.
On the way down, she's going to set up some holodeck time as they're heading down the turbo lift to do security training. So whatever security training stuff she hasn't done, she'll log some time.
And Van will just make sure the shift transfer goes well. And I'll probably stay up for on the bridge for like a couple extra hours since he started kind of late.
What is Solak doing?
I'm trying to think of what Solak is doing here. I know he wouldn't go to 10 forward right now. I think he's going to I think he wants to be alone. I think he was going to go and do some private research on something, probably a personal matter. And then probably eventually he'll make his way to 10 forward. I think that's what he'll do.
I mean, if we're all going there, then,
We might as well just go, right?
yeah. Well, once a couple hours are done, then I guess I don't know. If people are still there, then Van Dyre will
Yeah.
head there as well.
Yeah, I'll assume Knox goes off to do like some security training, but returns to, 10 forward, hang out with Vogel once she's completed whatever she needs to do.
Oh, I'm back now.
She's working on one that's like, it's a sus mana master, so Vulcan martial arts.
Oh.
Solak's probably aware that she's studying that because the martial art would be designed to be used by anybody of different ages, weights, what have you. So,
So yeah, Vogel's gonna grab her stack of pads and just head to one of the open tables looking out into space. And we'll begin reviewing them.
yeah, Knox went off to do a training program for about 45 minutes, but then joined you.
And Vogel, probably when you sit down, Vogel's probably not even going to realize that you sat next to her.
Yeah, she kind of expects that because she knows how you can get like tunnel vision-y.
Wish I had the pad noise.
Doot, doot, doot.
Beep, beep. Working.
Working.
It was an
Lieutenant,
error.
can I get you anything?
I'll go for a scotch. 3 fingers.
Oh, Lieutenant, sorry, I didn't even notice you there.
It's okay.
I'll have a latte, please.
How is
Sorry,
all
I'm
this stuff going?
trying to catch up on all the science reports that are coming in. You'll be amazed at how busy the science department gets, even in just a routine patrol. A lot of space debris. A lot of space debris that they're cataloging.
Plus, this ship has excellent sensors, so she picks up a little bit more than the other ships.
She comes back. Here's your scotch. Sorry, Lieutenant Vogel. You'll have to forgive me. The replicator has been acting up lately. I'm trying to get engineering coming down here to work on the problem, but they seem swamped for some reason. I have plenty of alcoholic beverages I can mix. Well, synthol.
Just whatever has caffeine in it.
Right.
Give her a rum and coke. It's got caffeine.
I'll see if I can't replicate the Coke.
So, how was your training program?
It's good. It's hot though because it's out in the desert with a Susmana master, so you sweat a lot in the Vulcan desert near the forge. I think it's one of those people connected to the whole. I don't know. I think the program's based off somebody associated with the Kirshara incidents. Just my guess.
Should maybe show the program to Commander Solak. He might enjoy it as much as a Vulcan could enjoy something. He might find it agreeable.
I think you are correct. He would find it agreeable.
Sorry. She sets like a small little glass. Rum it is. She just kind of looks at you. If you want, and then she shows you a frozen cup that's starting to melt. This was the Coke that was supposed to come out.
Right,
Give
the
me the
replicators are acting up.
give me the RP Archambault real quick to fix the replicator.
That's up to you.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna drop the token in.
So she comes in. Before she does that, though, she'll walk over to the table and she'll say, hey, Sarah. Hey, Finn.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fixing a lot of crap that's broken all over the ship. What are you drinking?
Oh, that's scotch and that's rum. She's about to have a little rum.
Really?
And
Oh,
that frozen Coke.
we're drinking and we're looking at work. That's a really good idea, Sarah.
I really just wanted a latte.
Well, it looks like you got a little bit more than a latte. Here, hold on. I'm going to go see if I can fix this replicator. I'll be back. And she'll go over and try and fix the replicator.
Thank you, Erica. It's good luck. She just kind of walks away.
Like, what did you do to it?
I did nothing to it. It just look. Computer.
She's getting right up in my face. Sorry.
The replicator's right here. So
yeah.
It's like, computer.
Working.
One, and she just kind of thinks about like something, top of her head. Computer, generate a ham sandwich or replicate a ham sandwich, please. And appearing is a birthday cake with her name on it, with a nice Starfleet logo on top, and 2 candles.
It's probably something with a voice modulator. It's probably misinterpreting what you're saying and providing a different alternative. Let me work on it a little bit, and I'll see if I can fix it.
A hot ham and cheese sandwich turns into a birthday cake.
Look, I can't explain it. The only thing I can say is that it's working on some level. It is creating stuff. It's just not creating exactly what it is that you're saying. So it's probably misinterpreting what you're saying.
I tried replicating Vogel's latte. I got a model of the Golden Gate Bridge and then a cup full of marbles.
It's the same thing that's happening in sick bay as well. I'll see if I can fix it. It's the second one that's popped up today. that I know of.
Good luck.
Now, is this a fun little role play thing that we're going with, or do I actually get to try and fix this replicator?
Oh, you can try and do you want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I have to activate her though, so that's fine.
you have to
I don't care.
activate her.
I do like how the sheets have the development tab now that shows you
Yeah.
what you could, what you still have left to increase. It's a nice touch.
That is great.
This is for secondary characters.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if they. Okay, on the main character sheets, it only has what's improved by milestones.
Right. No, the supporting character, they split the sheets up. So there's NPC sheets, supporting character sheets, and your player character sheets now. So
What's a talent here, Vogel, that we can go with here?
Rocks
think
to
she-
replicators. That's the one you need.
Is that an actual talent?
Yes, I believe it is.
I know it is in first edition.
That's true. I'm not sure about second.
I don't think it's a second edition one.
Well, I think we've played her as she's somebody who's very bold and likes to experiment with things. She's got bold engineering.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
take percussive maintenance. But you're not daring. Is she a daring character? Oh, she is a daring character.
She is a daring character. Yes. Character talents. That's what I was going for. What did you say it was? Percussive maintenance. Okay.
Yeah,
You
percussive maintenance.
You can add. See, that's what you want. You want threat added. That's why you're recommending this. You may add one threat to use your daring instead of your control. So she's already daring. Nice try. Saboteur. There we go.
Yeah, I'm looking through them now.
Jury rig.
I was looking at that
engineering?
one.
Just have engineering 4 though. She does have engineering 4. Whenever you attempt an engineering task, perform repairs. You may reduce the difficulty by 2, the minimum of 0. Do this, however, the repairs are only temporary and will last only a single scene before they fall again.
In the nick of time might be good.
Yeah, nick of time is another one too. Jury rig might be good from a roleplay standpoint. Like she cobbles things together really quickly.
Yeah.
Which probably pisses Solok off without him saying anything about it. Whenever you see an engineering task, it's part of an extended task. I'll do jury rig. We'll do that. I like that from both a roleplay standpoint and
Somewhere Solok senses that talent was chosen.
I sense a disturbance in logic.
She has tried to jury rig all these replicators.
That might be why they're freaking out right now. What would you like the role to be?
Well, I'm going to ask how you plan on trying to fix this replicator.
Well, the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to investigate the voice controls. Basically, is the computer in the replicator is it accurately understanding the voice commands that are coming from whoever puts the command in?
Give me a reason plus engineering difficulty 2.
decent. Engineering, difficulty 2. I will take a die with threat to activate bold engineering. And then jerry rig again. I can reduce the difficulty by 2. I'm just going to try and actually fix it.
Yeah, right now you're just
She does
you're trying to diagnose the problem.
run a diagnostic of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got a focus for anything like this. Her focus is propulsion, deflector systems, and warp core mechanics.
Yeah, no.
So
Like if you had
just
like a focus diagnostic or
yeah,
system maintenance, that might apply here.
I will just roll the 3 die. I will re-roll that 20. And get nothing. Absolutely friggin' nothing.
Far as you're aware, is that component should be working just fine.
All right. Well, she'll continue to tinker here if other people want to role play. Then I'll do another roll later to see if I can fix it.
Vander will walk in, take note of the ongoing repairs, and having no experience in engineering, he won't offer a hand because he'll be probably just making the issue worse. And he'll approach the table. Lieutenants,
Have a
do
seat,
you mind if I join you?
please.
And he'll
Of course,
take
sir.
a seat.
And Vogel will begrudgingly set down the pad she's looking at.
Oh no, please don't mind. Don't stop working on my account.
Sorry, sir. I'm trying to keep up with the reports from 2 departments now.
No worries at all. I applaud your endeavor to keep up with your work. What
Not
appears
will
to be
look over at the commander. I just get some synthahol. The replicators are a little buggy today, apparently here.
no synthahol from me. He'll rummage around in a bag he brought, and he'll pull out a bottle of legitimate Andorian ale, real made stuff.
Oh wow! She'll shoot the scotch and push the shot glass over to you to fill it up. Aye, you should share some of that with the new officer that you're working with.
I fully intended to. It is tradition, after all. He'll break the seal on the bottle and pour a glass for Knox and motion the bottle to Vogel, asking if she would like any.
No, thank you, sir.
Very
I
well.
have a lot of reports to get through before I schedule some holodeck time for myself later tonight. I want to get all this work done before then.
I completely understand. And he'll pull out a nice glass for himself and pour himself some. And he'll raise a glass to Knox. To new colleagues and a progressive path forward.
Aye, to new colleagues. She'll click.
And he'll take a drink.
Yeah, she'll try
So,
it.
how
too.
did you find your first day, sir?
It's going well so far. I imagine that tomorrow will be the true test to the position. Uh, Seeing as today is your first day at class, if you will.
How are you finding the ship so far?
Very well. As I've as I've mentioned a few times, I'm not terribly used to service on a starship, and it is a pleasant experience. Uh, what appears to be going on over there, though? And he'll point out the soon to be percussive maintenance on the on the replicator.
She said that there's been a couple replicators today acting up, so apparently one elsewhere. But
Yes, there was a nurse in the sick bay during the nickel tour that was attempting to drink marbles. I thought it was odd. Makes sense now.
Can I would you care for a birthday cake? Even though I'm sure it's none of your birthdays yet.
I'll look over at Vogel and go, well, she's about to head to the holodeck, so sugar up.
How
Sugar
big is
is an important bodily resource.
It's just a standard size birthday cake. She goes, you see a little small piece cut out. I assure you it is edible and quite good, even though it's supposed to be a hot ham and cheese sandwich.
And no
Does
more.
the birthday cake have an inscription on it at all?
It says, happy birthday, Erica.
Ah, yes, she's Erica. Please.
No, not her. She's not Erica. Erica's down here.
No, he's
Yeah.
Erica
making-
waves. Erica waves back at you. It's not my birthday. Just FYI.
Happy birthday, Erica.
I'll take a little slice of the cake. I'll try it.
I'll also try the cake. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'll take one too.
See, I knew I would be starting a trend here.
She hands out the appropriate pieces and then walks over with the cake and asks the other three ladies if they want a piece of birthday cake.
Now, con saves all around.
Birthday cake and Andorian ale. Not a bad combination. You just wouldn't have guessed it. This is
I'm
really
sure.
good Andorian ale.
I'm sure the ship doctor has seen many an ensign who uttered similar words just moments before.
Probably.
And I'll try the cake.
It's a typical birthday cake. It's vanilla flavor.
Surprisingly, does not taste like a ham and cheese sandwich.
Aye, definitely. It's not a Dundee cake, but it's good.
Seems like your typical birthday cake you'd find anywhere on Earth.
Aye.
What exactly is the reasoning for the celebration of birthdays? We don't very much do that in my culture.
That's a good question. It predates a lot of things. Birthdays have been celebrated in Western culture for a long time. I believe many places in the world celebrate them, at least on Earth. I guess I'm from Caldos, so we're more the Emerald Isles in terms of culture.
My best guess is it's an ancient custom meant to celebrate another year of life, seeing as though life expectancy in the ancient times were not high.
I see.
It would be common that many children would die within their first year. I believe the celebration may have come from that.
What else is done in these celebrations?
It's typical to eat cake and ice cream,
I
give gifts to the persons who's celebrating their birthday,
I see.
and to enjoy each other's company.
Doesn't sound
yeah.
like a terrible custom at all. It sounds rather pleasant.
It is a nice custom when you have all your friends and family around.
It really is. And sometimes you have to sing happy birthday to somebody. If it was Erica's birthday, we'd sing happy birthday.
And how does that go?
She'll pull out her data pad and pull it up, and these are the lyrics. I just always sung along with whatever words other people said. I'm not much of a I'm not much of a nightingale. I don't sing.
I'm sure you're more than capable if the necessity arises. He'll take a look
She
at the
has sort of a
pad.
horrified look on her face, like it's not something she's ever thought about much.
Some simple lyrics.
Well, the
This is still
great thing
relevant.
is usually people sing them together. Like multiple people will sing it to the birthday person. So there's so many people singing, your voice blends.
Ah, I see. And thusly, the quality of the tone doesn't matter.
Correct. Correct.
I see. How go your pairs, Erica?
They're going, I guess, sir. Uh, she's going to actually run a full diagnostic. Don't know
If
if
you
you
want
will.
help, Erica, just let me know. I'll
No,
come
no,
over.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll solve it. It's just a replicator.
That was some pretty good Andorian ale. She'll push her glass over for a second one. If you are generous enough to provide a second, I'd appreciate it. This is really good. I've
He'll he'll
not.
pour her another glass, but not one for himself, and he'll wave the bartender over. Does the bartender have
As
a
you're doing
name?
so, you notice that the lights flicker.
Oh, what now?
Perhaps those fluctuations they mentioned earlier might be a bit more attention-seeking than we originally thought.
Sulak, I think, was concerned about something in regards to the engines, but I didn't take note of it. I'll look over at Vogel. Could that be connected to this? I mean, that's unlikely, right?
Solek said he was going to engineering, right?
He said he was going to go and do research that might be in engineering. It probably would be in his quarters.
Okay. Well, that would make Erica the current person to talk to for engineering, right?
Yeah. She's one of the officers in engineering. So
Gotcha.
Working overtime.
But what's that?
She's working overtime right now.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess she sort of wants to look at that, and she contacts engineering. She taps her keypad and she goes, Archambault to engineering.
Engineering here.
Are we seeing any sort of power fluctuation here? The lights just dimmed here in 10 forward, and we've got what seems to be multiple broken replicators. Anything power-wise? It looks a little crazy.
All reactors are functioning at standard operating procedures.
So no spikes, no reduction in power, nothing.
I got nothing.
That's odd. All right. Well, I guess we have to do a diagnostic and find out what's causing this.
I'll get on that right now. Engineering.
Thank you. Let me know what's going on. Archambault out.
We're going over to Solak, or he's in his quarters.
Is he doing something that's causing this?
What is Solak doing?
He was actually going to be doing research to try and find the location of his mother. That's what he was doing. But I think what he will do, you don't have to start it here. I think he'll go to 10 forward. He doesn't have to be here. The idea was that he would be hesitant to go and be social, but eventually he'll go and be social.
And that looks like a really comfortable chair there in his quarters.
Yeah. Well, he tries. He makes his own chairs. And Solak will come in, and he'll see Archambault at the replicator. And what he'll do is he'll dismiss Archambault and say that she can go down to engineering and check in on the power issue. He'll address the replicator so that Archambault can leave.
She, I guess, sighs like Archambault does, and leaves in frustration.
And heads out. I don't want to try and talk to myself.
As she leaves, suddenly in 10 forward, it starts feeling bitterly cold. Everyone starts getting the chills, well, except for Vendire.
The Andorian?
Yes, Vendire.
Well, and I'm from the highlands of Caldos, which would be like the highlands.
Oh no,
of
it's pretty cold for you. Like
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means for Solak, it would actually be nearly unbearable.
Yeah.
So much so you start seeing frost develop on the certain glassware and other materials that would collect humidity and free air get cold rapidly.
Solak says out loud, he says, computer, run diagnostic on environmental controls and 10 forward.
If it's this comfortable for me, it must be unbearable for the rest of you.
Hi, it's pretty chilly.
All environmental controls are operating at current peak efficiency. Environmental controls are operating at optimal standard Starfleet room temperature functions of 2 degrees Celsius.
2 degrees Celsius. Standard environmental controls for a Starfleet ship should not be at 2 degrees Celsius. And he gives what the standard rating would be, which what would that be for a ship? What's
Whatever, like 72 degrees Fahrenheit is, I imagine. The
yeah,
room temperature.
I'll say 68
Yeah.
degrees
Will be what? That's 20.
Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. 20
Yeah.
degrees Celsius. It says that is incorrect, computer. The standard temperature for rooms and areas on a starship is 20 degrees Celsius. Return temperature controls to 20 degrees Celsius. Acknowledge. Out of character, that did not sound like a good thing.
That is your typical
No.
error sound. Please try your query again. And suddenly the replicator replicates a bunch of marbles that are going everywhere all over the floor.
Now Solak's losing his marbles.
Solak taps on his comm badge. Solak to Captain Perone.
Go ahead.
Captain, there seems to be some issue with the ship's environmental controls. I am unable to determine the source of the error right now, but I'm reporting the error to you. 10 forward is currently at 2 degrees Celsius, and other areas of the ship may be affected.
Interesting. Any theories?
Not at present, sir. I will have to do a complete diagnostic. This is rather interesting and somewhat unexpected.
What are your diagnostics telling you so far?
That I have a long night ahead of me, sir, if I'm to solve this problem.
Very well. Well, get on it. Report to the XO with your progress.
Yes, Captain. Solak out.
And then the captain's going to chime his new XO.
Vilkas will pick up. Yes, Captain. What can I do for you?
XO Commander Solak's just reporting some issues with the environmental controls and the replicators on board. Would you collect reports from across the ship and see how widespread this is?
I'll make sure to check in with the required people and do so.
Thank you. Thrown out.
Computer, what percentage of the ship is currently at this quote standard Starfleet temperature that we currently have in 10 forward?
All areas of the ship are currently operating at standard Starfleet. I'm like on the proper term here. what is it? Standard levels. Operating levels. There we go.
Yes, it seems as though you have a long night ahead of you, indeed, Mr. Solak.
Indeed. Solak goes to a nearby panel to access the ship's systems, and he wants to interact with it using his neural interface.
What are you trying to do?
While you're
I'm trying to determine the source of the error in the ship's computer.
Okay. What is the first officer wanting to do again?
I'm going to take this as an opportunity to skedaddle and check in with the other department heads. So give me an excuse to vacate.
Exit stage right.
Yeah.
Knox is gonna look over at Vogel and say, could I look at some of those sensor sweeps around the ship itself?"
Of course. And I'll slide over 2 of the pads over to you.
Okay, she won't disrupt what you were doing work-wise. But GM, she's looking at it from an engineering point of view. She's got engineering 4. Is there anything unusual about the scans? Like surges or...
Nothing like, if you're tying in with the ship sensor, nothing appears out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Before you leave here,
Yes.
real quick, I'm gonna jump a scene here. As the red alert starts going off, I know a lot of you are not on the bridge at the moment.
We'll be sprinting there.
Yeah.
Captain
Make
certainly
a
will be
beeline for the
stepping
bridge.
into the ready room.
She'll shoot what's left of that Andorian ale because you just don't waste stuff like that and leave the,
As you shoot onto the bridge, Captain, and I guess after narrow time, Froten says, I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry, it just started siren. Like it was almost a proximity alarm that went off.
Proximity alarm, as if something was in our path.
Yes, sir.
Give me a full scan of the area. Let's see if there is anything out there for us to see.
Aye, sir.
On the view screen, you see a D7 decloak.
Raise the shield.
As you launch, go to yellow alert, all the consoles and everything on the bridge goes dark. And we will call that the end of Roulette.
Dun dun dun.
My first order is XO, nuke that ship.